Welcome back. It's One Bills Live. John Murphy with Steve Casper coming in from the Seneca studio. It looked kind of like defensive lineman day, right? We just talked to Shelby Harris of the Broncos. Now we have Buffalo's newest defensive lineman, Corey Liuget, in studio with us. Corey, welcome. Welcome to the Bills. Welcome to our show.
Oh, thank you. Thank you guys for having me.
You settled in yet? Been here a couple of weeks? How's that going?
It's going great, minus the weather, coming from California to here.
Yeah.
It's different, but, I'm adjusting and I'm dressing appropriate for it.
Yeah, it's money well spent on gear that keeps you warm.
Yes, exactly.
Believe me.
Wait, at this stage of your career, former first-round pick of the Chargers, you have to, I would think, you really got to want to play to make moves like you've made. Going to Oakland, then spending the first half of the season with them, and then coming to Buffalo in midseason. It's like you're not done yet. You must feel like I'm not done yet.
Oh, yeah. I definitely feel like I still have a lot more football left in me. And it's just I just have to go out and show it, After being in California for most of my career to come here, this is by far, one of the best places as far as with people, man. I mean, the people here are amazing, and I'm just glad to be here right now.
Well, you showed you still had it left when you came in and got the sack on Ryan Fitzpatrick. And that was, it was a legit sack. You busted through and got him on the when he tried to spin out of it. What'd that mean to you? It's nice to come into a new team. Because I did it years and years ago, where you come in and you think you do something that says, okay, it tells the guys in the locker room you can play.
Right. For me, it was a very emotional one, because the ups and downs and the injury that I suffered, most guys don't come back from, Victor Cruz and one of my good friend, Nate Palmer, he retired both of them retired after getting his injury. And for me to come back and, to go out there and play, I'm playing for those guys and also for myself, because I wasn't going to let this injury defeat me. So to get that sack, it was very, very, very important for me, and it felt great.
What was the injury, Corey?
Quad tendon rupture.
Ooh.
Completely dislocated the kneecap from the tendon.
Oh.
Yeah.
And that happened last year with the Chargers.
Yes, last year with the Chargers.
And that process starts right away after the injury. How did that go? There must have been some dark days.
Yeah, definitely. I went and got the injury happened on Sunday. Got the surgery on Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving, and I was in a straight-legged cast for 6 weeks. Couldn't bend my knee. Then I went to a straight-legged knee brace for another 6 weeks. So for 3 months, I was walking straight-legged. And, I'm thankful now that I can bend, run, jump. I can do everything. So I took full advantage of my rehab. And, my wife pushed me each and every day to get up and go, even on the days that I didn't want to go. Mm-hmm. And the days that I was like, maybe it's time to call it quits, she kept me going.
That's the hard part, too, is when you start to be able to bend the knee again. It's not it's not just the tendon that doesn't want to bend. Your whole joint doesn't want to bend anymore, right?
The scar tissue, all that blood
all those
just sitting.
adhesions and all. Oh, my gosh, I remember that. Oh,
What kept you going?
The love for the game and my wife pushing me each and every day. That's the only thing that kept me going. To be truthful, the love that I know that I still have for the game and the fact that I want to win the Super Bowl.
What's out there? That's the thing. You want to win a Super Bowl. What else is there for you? I know that's a kind of a team thing, and you want to go someplace where you can contend for a championship. What drives you personally when you're on the field? Is it to get a sack? Is it just to contribute? What drives you?
Just to contribute and just be disruptive. I want to be one of the most disruptive guys in the game, and I want guys to talk about me. That's it. I just want to let guys know that, hey, this old guy he still has it.
You're old. You're 29 years old. That's not old. I'm here to tell you.
In football years, that's old.
You look around the locker room. Look at Lorenzo.
Yeah. See, he's dinosaur old.
He's on the show tomorrow, right? I'm going to make a note of that. Corey Liuget is our guest, coming to us right after the Bills practice today, getting set for the Denver Broncos. Want to ask you, this Sunday will be your second ever game in this stadium in Orchard Park, right?
Yes. It'll be my second game.
Fond memories of the first one 5 years ago with the Chargers. Huh?
Oh, yeah. Got a victory, some tackles. Sack and a couple of pressures,
And
made defensive player of the week that week.
Defensive player of the week. A sack, and you forced E.J. Manuel to take a safety, right?
Yes,
With some pass rush pressure. That had to be one of your pivotal games in your career, I would think, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I would say it was definitely one of the most pivotal games in my career, and it just kept me going. That game there kept me, in it, as a young player.
So I know you're it's in a tough spot a little bit personally because of the emotions and because we're all human beings. You're kind of parachuting in halfway through a season where teams kind of been together for the OTAs and stuff. What have you noticed first and foremost about where this Bills team is right now with their 7-3 and they're pushing, they're thinking playoffs and all of that stuff. when you got what strikes you about this organization now, about the new team you're a part of?
The care that the owner has and the belief that the team has, the mindset that the team have. These guys believe that they're going to go out and win each and every game, and they're very confident. And that's half the battle in football, when you have the mindset to know that you're going out here to kick someone's,
You're
you know, so that's the mindset that these guys have here, and that's what I love, and that's why, me being here has been great these past couple weeks.
Corey, you got a sack last Sunday in Miami. The pass rush comes from everywhere on this team, though. And we were noting 15 different Bills players have a sack this year. Nobody else in the NFL can say that. That means something, doesn't it? That you got sacks coming from all over the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, definitely. That means a lot. That means your defense is, making teams either one-dimensional, or you got some real good rushes and some real good blitzes called up. So. For a defense to have that many players with sacks, you tilt your hat to that.
So we're in the AFC West for 8 years. You're a first-round draft pick. You've played the Denver Broncos a ton. What are we looking at?
We're looking at a team that plays together offensively. I mean, the offensive line, those guys, they play as one unit, and no matter what their records say, they're still a pretty good team, overall. I mean, that defense is very outstanding, and us as a defense, we have to go out and play better than them this Sunday if we want to win the game.
Offensive line, do they have some talent up front, right? They have a couple of injuries, I think, earlier this week, right, in the O-line?
Yeah, they have some talent. Ron O'Leary, the old vet, and then the other guy, Garrett Bowles, he's a very good football player too. And then we got the guy from Miami that they got last year, Jawan James. I believe he'll be coming back this week, and if he's not, it'll be 68. Winston, I believe is his name. He looks pretty good too.
Yep. Hey, how have your teammates adopted you here in Buffalo? I think they take pride in sort of making newcomers feel welcome. Do you feel that already?
Oh, yeah. I felt it the first day I was here. Yeah, I felt very welcome. And that's just not a thing that I'm saying. Guys actually came over and introduced themselves to me, from Jerry to the equipment guys, everyone. And they made me feel very welcomed and at home,
Well, I hope you have a good long run here, as long as you want. Thanks for coming on the show with us. We appreciate it.
I appreciate you guys. Thank you for having me.
Great to see you. Thanks for coming on.